Programa Fala Carlão. Oferecimento Bradesco. Contrate crédito rural e concorra a tratores 0 km.
Bom, gente, hoje o programa é internacional. Eu vou receber aqui o Rick Brandt, que é o CEO, o presidente da Brandt. E eu estou aqui no stand deles, na exposição de Não Me Toque, no Rio Grande do Sul, gravando essa entrevista para vocês. E a gente vai tentar não, vocês vão ver que a conversa flui em inglês, vai ser um papo legal demais. Rick, thank you very much for coming here at Fala Carlão.
Oh, thank you. It's great to be here, and I'm glad you switched to English.
Yes, the interview, we tried to do this interview in English, but here at Fala Carlão, we used to say that nobody was born president like you, but everybody has a good story to show us. Tell me about your history. Tell me about your father and mother, where your education. Tell us.
Well, our company started in 1953 in Central Illinois in the United States, so we're 71 years old as a company now, not me. I actually became CEO of the company when I was 29 years old, which is almost 30 years ago, which is kind of hard to believe as well.
30 years next year, no?
Yeah, next year. In 2025, it'll be 30 years.
Wow. It has to be fun?
It's been a lot of fun. We've grown the company like crazy over the last 30 years. I'm second generation. My dad and my aunt started the company. I got to come in and run the company, like I said, for the last 30 years. And my daughter is part of the company now, and she's acting like she wants to be the next one to run the company. Wow. So, and she's 24 now. So we got the next generation in line and ready to kick the tires and light the fires.
Yeah. How was the initial days of the brand in like 50? What's your learning with your father?
Yeah, I pretty much grew up in the company in Illinois, and got to do a lot of things with him, and farm visits or dealer visits or going to meetings, fertilizer meetings around the country and stuff like that. So it's just kind of something that I've always known and had always been a part of since I was born. So I guess it's in my blood now.
I used to say that everything happened out of the office, in the clients, the customers.
It's funny you say that. Yeah, most things, the good stuff does happen outside of the office. I remember my dad used to tell me, he said, you're going to get more done in the tavern than you are in the office. So according to me, I'm going to work every time I go to the tavern.
What kind of studies you?
I studied economics at the University of South Florida in Tampa, Florida, which is actually where our headquarters is now and where I live.
What kind of a child you were?
What kind of child?
Yes, a child. Very, very fun. Very. How old?
I would say I was a typical boy. How's that? I mean, I like to have fun. I would get in trouble occasionally. I was a terrible student, got terrible grades, but I also learned to work hard from my father and our company. And I think some things don't matter if you're willing to work hard. If you want to see something happen and go make it work, that you can. And a little bit of trouble and chaos along the way, I think, is not a bad thing.
And your father and your aunt, I imagine they were your kind of idols.
My mentors. Yeah, they like I said, they've been working at the company for a long time now, and they always set the perfect example of what hard work can do, and they always worked hard. My dad passed away 4 years ago now at the age of 94. My aunt is 100. She turned 100 last August. Still goes to the office every day. Still likes to work hard and be a part of things. And she's always questioning me on some of the decisions I make. Still at 100 years old, she's getting after me. We call her the hawk because she's always looking in on everything, all the details. She wants to know where every penny is and where everything that's going on.
What's the name of your aunt?
Oh, Evelyn.
Evelyn.
Aunt Evelyn, yep.
I'm not fan of the. Give me him a
hug for me.
I will do that. I will do that. Yeah, I think she gets hugs from just about everyone she's ever met at this point, and I think she's such a great role model for anyone in business or anyone in life as far as that goes. If you make it to 100 years old and still have the spunk that she has, it's impressive.
When you sit in the chair of the president, what do you think? How do pass in your mind?
As far as
In 1994, 95.
Oh, well, at that point, I was young, and it was very intimidating. At that time, I had a lot of ideas and a lot of energy and a lot of things I wanted to do, and I was always looking for ways to grow the company and ways to, acquire other companies or technologies or whatever. And back then, probably partially because I was at a young age, and our board of directors was very conservative. I would bring a lot of stuff to the table, and they would say no, no, no. And finally, I got one acquisition to go through in October of 1999, and that kind of lit the fuse on our rocket, if you will, and we've been just growing like crazy ever since then.
And how many companies did you acquire in this period?
Exactly, I'm not sure. It's around
exactly,
around 30.
Around 30.
Yeah.
So
that's about one a year on average.
and which you learn about this, and how do you maintain the culture of the company?
Well, I think it's important to have good people, and we have a great culture. We have a fun culture. You've seen us before. We race, and we weekends, and we do a lot of fun stuff as people and as employees of the company. So I think that's very important. We're also very family oriented, and we treat all of our employees just like they're part of the family. We're just one big happy family all around the world now.
It was a decision, a good decision. It's your decision.
Yes. Well, I inherited to a large degree the culture that my dad, my aunt created, but I took it and fostered it and grew it, and I think made it even better.
And in here at this moment, when you see in the back, what do you think?
I'm very proud of what we've created and just turned this whole company into, and it's been a heck of a lot of fun doing it, especially here in Brazil. I love the
We are arriving in Brazil, so. And how many? Give me an overview of a brand that's in the United States, in the global market.
Well, in the United States, we have 6 production facilities where we do business in 49 states. Around the world, we're also in production in Brazil, as you know, and also in Spain. We're looking to get into probably Turkey and South Africa here in the next in a few months. And in total, we're distributing to about a little over 80 countries around the world.
Wow. Yeah. And people, how many people? About. It's changed every day.
It does change every day. Probably somewhere between 600 and 700 now.
6
and 700, yeah.
Wow, very nice, very nice. And Brazil.
That's a lot of names to remember.
Yeah, it's a lot of names. How which you learn in the United States that you can apply in the world, or especially here in Brazil?
Well, we have a philosophy in our company, because in the United States we work directly with growers, so we can learn a lot from from them to help create technologies that we develop in the United States, and then we take those technologies around the world. But at the same time, I feel like we learn a lot from doing business around the world that we can take back to the growers in Central Illinois. So it's a two-way street, and I think it works out really well for us.
Is it possible to learn in one country and teach in another country?
Yeah, exactly. Because when it comes to ergonomy and technology, crops are crops, and if it works in one area, it's probably going to work in another area. And I've also learned around the world that farmers are farmers, and farmers in Brazil are very much like farmers in Illinois, or very much like farmers in Europe. So most generally just really, really good people and hard workers.
Yeah, well, but here in Brazil, agriculture is very, very important. How long you stay here in Brazil?
We've been here since 2015 when we started our company. We looked at it like the opportunity in Brazil was as much or maybe more as the opportunity in the United States. It's a huge agriculture economy in Brazil, and to us it's very exciting. To me, especially, it's exciting because it's a little bit different set of challenges. Between money differences, language barriers, and just getting to know the people in a different culture. To me, it's been a lot of fun.
It's a kind of different. You have a style, our own style of administration. This history by race cars. How this starts?
Well,
Why?
Racing for us started as to me, it seemed like a great marketing platform. We started in NASCAR in the United States in 2011, and I didn't know a lot about NASCAR, but I thought the dynamics and the areas that we could hit with a platform such as NASCAR would be a great opportunity for us. Honestly, I had only been to one NASCAR race before I had my name on the car, so it wasn't because I was a race fan. It was because I saw a business opportunity. In the meantime, I've become a huge race fan. I'm pretty deep into it now too. But and then when we came to Brazil and bought a company here in 2015, Miguel Paludo called me and he said they want me to come back and race in Porsche. He didn't know we were buying a company. I knew him from NASCAR, and I said, "Your timing couldn't be better." I said, "We're just getting ready to go full throttle on business in Brazil." I said, "I think it'd be a good opportunity for us to get into Porsche racing," which we did, and it's become a strong part of our culture here and a great marketing platform for us in Brazil. We race about once a month, so it's an opportunity for me, for the most part, to get back to Brazil about once a month or so and go racing. And it adds to our culture. It's that fun factor, and that exciting factor. And we bring customers to the track every weekend and engage with them there, and that's how I've gotten to know a lot of our customers here in Brazil and get to know them even better. During COVID, unfortunately, we couldn't bring fans to the track, so we couldn't bring customers, but we were still racing. So during COVID, Miguel and I would go out to the farms and go see our customers and do farm tours or visits or whatever. And we kind of flipped the scenario, whereas generally they came to the track to see us, we went to the field to see them, and we really made some good strides, I think, in our business during that time, and made lemonade out of lemons, from the COVID era. But it was a good thing for us.
And in the United States, NASCAR is the best. It's a kind of institution.
It is. I think people have it in their blood in the United States. If they're NASCAR fans, generally they're pretty hardcore fans, and they generally have a favorite driver and a favorite team, and they're very animate about what they want from their racing.
Which one's the most important lessons that you try?
That's a good question. NASCAR has been very interesting to me. I've met a lot of really, really good people. We got a saying in the United States. A lot of the NASCAR fans are rednecks, which is mean you're like a country people. But when it comes down to it, they're really, really good people, and to a large degree, a lot of them are involved in agriculture. So it's great exposure for us because people see Brant every weekend at the track and know who we are.
Rick, thank you very, very much. I love this thanks, this talking with you.
Oh, thank you. It was great to be here. And, like I said, I love being in Brazil, so it's always good to see you.
Muitíssimo obrigado pela sua audiência. Forte abraço. E esse foi mais Fala Carlão na prateleira de cima do agronegócio, e dessa vez do agronegócio mundial, internacional. Eu falei com Rick Brandt, presidente da Brandt no mundo inteiro.
Programa Fala Carlão. Oferecimento Bradesco. Contrate crédito rural e concorra a tratores 0 km.